Okay, so guys, thanks for joining me here today on the show floor at FETC 2024. Lots of interesting stuff going on. Cox Business is a legendary brand in the EdTech space, but some new stuff going on and new things happening. Talk a little bit about your business.
Hey, I'm Miles Tanner. I'm a cloud solutions consultant with a Cox Business owned company, RapidScale. And what we do especially is we'll layer on top of that reliable internet connection to make sure that classrooms are secure, to provide resiliency, disaster recovery, and other IT solutions that augment their staff and ultimately deliver for their students.
Thanks, Miles. Hi, my name is Eric Flock. I'm the Director of Sales over the education market for Cox Business. And to Miles' point, Cox Business is the largest internet service provider that's privately held in the United States, and we're able to use this resilient network to deliver lots of other services beyond just your traditional internet or point-to-point connectivity. So by using Cox, you're able to get the reliable connectivity, but then layer on a whole other host of other services that are incredibly valuable to schools and libraries and other entities to make sure that they're using their resources, or limited resources I should stress, in a really efficient manner so that way they could focus on the problems at hand at home as opposed to worrying about things that another provider can take care of for them.
Before I started recording, we were having a conversation about E-rate. I made the startling revelation that most districts have internet service at this point, 2024, right? What would compel them to go from one provider to another?
That is a really great question, because a lot of people will be gun shy trying to move from one ISP to another, and it's a really important decision that you have to make because internet is so imperative to learning, whether it's your learning management solutions or any of your in-house accounting software. It's all riding your internet. And it makes sense to switch from one carrier to another if you're having latency issues, if you know that they go down whenever the weather's bad or if things freeze. A more reliable solution, especially with some kind of redundancy, is a key element to making sure that the data is being able to move from place to place and you're never down. I mean, schools' internet is important as a bank or business's internet at this point in time.
So riding on top of that reliable network, it's critical to make sure it's resilient both in the network but then also how it's designed across your wide area network. So specifically deploying SD-WAN across your network provides enhanced visibility, control, and security across your network, across your campuses, and it also becomes part of a managed service. We go up the stack with that, where we could layer on top of it disaster recovery, immutable backup as a service, cybersecurity solutions, a full suite of managed IT that augments your IT resources and ultimately secures it and connects it.
One other thing is that being able to call one person to address a whole host of problems makes your life a lot easier, as opposed to saying, oh, I use this person for this specific thing or this vendor for this kind of thing, and trying to figure out, remember, like, who do I need to call? Like, there's only like one place that you need to reach out to in order to get your problem solved.
Right. And I'll add one more item on there too, if that's okay. So automation is something that we're all hearing about, specifically AI. That's one of our specialties as well. So we automate the WAN, we automate disaster recovery, we automate all these process flows so that you could worry about more important strategic initiatives on the long term, and you could be on the cutting edge of technology without having to have the specialty engineering resource required in order to deploy it in your environment.
Got it, thanks.